let's pull this up from the Daily Beast.
Crazy.
Mike Lindell, Fed seized my cell phone at Hardee's. At Hardee's?
Hardee's? Where's this guy at?
Can a man enjoy a burger?
Where is he?
Just near Hardee's.
Lindell also posted a subpoena on what appears to be a search warrant. So this is breaking news. MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell told the Daily Beast on Tuesday night that the FBI seized his cell phone while he was at a Hardee's restaurant. He posted on social media a grand jury subpoena from a federal prosecutor in Colorado who appears to be a search warrant. The FBI had no immediate comment. So, well, I don't know, man. What else can be said? It's the system's busted. It's falling apart.
They are looking to do what they did to Nixon and all of his crew and his cohorts. You know, we're doing a multiple part series on Nixon, and it's fascinating the parallels between what's happening in that right now with Trump and all the Trump circle and what happened to Nixon back in the day. And the more that they can dirty everyone that's around him, they scare people from getting involved within the community, within his culture, within his circle of politics. They dirty him up to be able to go and run for a next election. I think that's what this entire thing is about. It's the narrative machine in action. Scare everybody that's associated with Trump. He is going to have a hard time getting good people because of that. Constantly paint him and any associate that he has as a criminal. You don't think that we're going to see perp walk ads when the election comes?
Oh yeah,
we are going to see perp walk ads. They are going, and I said this back in the Jan 6 time frame, that we're going to see Trump perp walked, and people thought that it was nuts when I said that. Oh, it's not going to happen. He is going to get perp walked. They want that image, so they could put it
whether
in an
it
ad.
stands or not. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's the image.
We got a video here. Of Mike Lindell. So we will play this video. I think this might be the video.
Today, the FBI.
All right, let's quiet that down a little bit, Mike. You're pretty loud. Sorry about that.
Today, the FBI. You're going to hear this, and you're probably already hearing it in the news. The FBI came after me and took my phone. They surrounded me at a Hardee's and took my phone that I run all my business, everything with. They could have just. What they've done is weaponize. The FBI is disgusting. I don't have a computer. Everything I do have that phone. Everything was on there, and they told me not to tell anybody. Here's an order: don't tell anybody. Okay, I won't. Well, I am. So
they perp walked Steve Bannon over $1 million.
Yep.
BLM's been accused of stealing more than that. The leaders, the founders, and stuff like that. Nothing.
And wasn't he pardoned? I mean, how is that even happening?
We're in a civil war. So, you know what? No, I should take that back. We're in a revolution. Civil war implies that there's factions fighting each other. But right now, the FBI is just rounding people up, and it appears to be extra legal.
Yeah, there's an attempted revolution from the liberal world order to the new world order. I got to say that clearly. Liberal world order to a new world order. And it seems like some people in the American government are complicit. I don't have proof. It just seems like it.
That's a bit beyond where I'm at. I'm just saying the Democrats don't want to lose. They want power. They're scared of Trump, and they've weaponized the DOJ to go after anybody who might help Trump. We saw this in 2018 when the big tech companies started banning prominent influencers who helped Trump win, notably Alex Jones. They purged him all at the exact same time. Alex Jones is now on trial again for defamation, and it's like it seems to be going the same way. They're like, oh, you're not allowed to defense and things like that. You're refusing to send out to turn over proper information. Now they're going after Steve Bannon said this 35 prominent Trump supporters. Dark days is an understatement. If I don't know what happens, but typically when you look at history and you see things like this, we're looking at probably something more like a Bolshevik style revolution. I mean, maybe that's too much. But what's more likely than civil war at this point is just uniparty arrests, the purging of political rivals, the evisceration of anyone who's supporting the ideology, and just totalitarian uniparty. So, you can have a civil war when two factions fight over control of one government, or in the United States, it was one faction trying to leave a government. Or you can have a revolution where one group seizes control, uses it to immediately purge and wipe out their opponents, and then take over.
Tucker Carlson called this a full-blown political purge, and he's not wrong. I mean, look at what's happening here. I mean, what will the My Pillow guy do to you? What kind of threat is he to you? Who is he going to hurt? What did he do? What did they get away with?
He's got money.
I know, but from the average person watching this who's not into politics, seeing this right now, a lot of people are asking themselves this question. Obviously, this is very political, but they're still trying to say that this is somehow justified, that the DOJ is going after bad people, that they're going after criminals, but there's not even a shred of evidence to suggest this, because from the average point of view, what effect is he having? Like, did they steal something? No, they didn't. They didn't get away with anything. Were they able to lie or cheat? And no, they don't. There's nothing of that. I think this is a large phishing operation. I think they're looking for whatever they could get, and going through someone's phone, going through someone's cell phones and laptops and computers and all of their documents. They're just hoping someone slipped up and made some kind of mistake. And if they did, we're going to be hearing about it till the end of days now.
Seems like, and they're also trying to scare advertisers as well too. He's one of the biggest kind of known advertiser on the right, funds a lot of different shows, a lot of different podcasts, and they're trying to send a message out there as well that, if you guys try to enter into this arena, if you guys try to appeal to the right, we're going to come at you. A lot of people don't talk about this so much, but how completely leftist the advertising community is. They have controlled the digital platforms that distribute these advertisements. They've gotten conservative websites kicked off of these advertising networks for years and years and years. So there's so many different things kind of in play here. They want everyone that touched Trump to look dirty. They want to scare advertisers, to scare away funding for shows. It's really a smart play if you think about it. These people that we're dealing with are not stupid. They understand the imagery. They understand what it means to have Bannon walk down, perp walked. They understand the power of the imageries. They've been doing this since the civil rights era, getting pictures of dogs in front of civil rights activists and hoses being shot on them. So I think that's what this is doing. They're feeding their narrative machine with this stuff so that they can scare the right.
Yeah, I was getting the sense that it's the people that were saying that the election was stolen and that they have proof, but then the proof never came out, and they're like, it's coming, just wait 3 months and then it'll be there. Lindell and Bannon are really hard on that. They're really bullish. But what I don't get is, who cares? Let them say it. That's part of democracy. We're allowed to yell stuff at each other. Biden's the president. Let's secure the elections by having open source voting systems.
They did it for 4 years with the Russian accusations with Trump when Trump won, and now it's just mind-boggling to see what's happening here, because it's so dangerous for everyone involved here. I wasn't a Trump supporter. I didn't back him. I criticized him, but still, it doesn't matter to a lot of people, because now even calling this out automatically labels me as some kind of Trump supporter when I'm not.
That's the point, and that's the other side of it. Is I was ready to be past Trump. I was a Trump supporter. I was ready to be done. Then all this stuff starts to hit. And all they're doing is pulling these people out that were done with him and ready to move on to a DeSantis or what have you. They're pulling them back in. They pulled me back in that regard. I'm not sure if it's the right play, but they think they know what they're doing.
Like scratching a mosquito bite because it feels good.
Tucker's talking about it.
I told you last night that the Biden administration has politicized law enforcement to the point where it feels Soviet. And we were not overstating it. The FBI has just raided the guy who sells pillows on this channel. Not because the pillows were bad, but because they don't like who we voted for.
It'd be funny if the FBI was like, well, the pillows actually are really good. Use promo code POSTA.
That'd be great.
Use promo code FBI.
Yeah.
Promo code Gulag.
Tucker,
your Gulags.
known as the Pillow Guy, reports on his live stream, Lindell TV, that FBI agents located him, questioned him, showed him their badges, and asked him questions about Colorado and Dominion voting machines, and then provided him with a warrant to seize his cell phone.
And he says, we're FBI. I said, show me your badges. So they show one badge. I said, how about yours? Because I don't trust anybody. There's bad people. Well, they do that, and they said, what do you want? And he says, we need to talk to you. So I pull over, and...
Mike Lindell said he initially told those agents he would not surrender his phone because he does not have a computer and runs all of his businesses off of that phone. Lindell published on his live stream what he claims was the warrant for that phone. We do not have Lindell's account confirmed right now, but we will be looking into it and keeping you updated, Tucker.
Oh.
So maybe it's bunk. I don't know, but I kind of believe the pillow guy. Like this is a story I don't think he just makes up, especially considering Bannon came out, said 35 people were hit. Then we got official confirmation that 40 subpoenas had been sent out. The subpoenas probably included Mike Lindell. Why wouldn't they? I mean, he's one of the most vocal supporters of Donald Trump.
He also didn't he fund some kind of a program to look into the election fraud and what have you?
He did a big symposium or something about it.
Yeah.
Tucker actually talked about the people who are named on that list last night, and he talked about one person who organized a rally and how the FBI raided the daughter of this person who organized a rally, and how they weren't even involved in politics. They weren't even involved in politicians. They were just someone involved in getting people to do political rallies. And they were the ones that were raided by FBI officials, coming at their door, knocking on their door, and of course, intervening in their life and watching every single move they make very carefully. And, you know, the information, especially with how the DOJ has been recently handling it, most likely is going to be leaked to the media, as of course there's a lot of things that routinely are not supposed to make it out there to the general public through these investigations that smear people, that attack people. There's phone records, there's text messages, there's things about individuals' personal lives that always make it out there. And this is the weaponization of the DOJ that, of course, is going out there and going after people that they don't like because of their political opinions and ideas. I don't even agree with those political opinions and ideas, but this is such a dangerous move because it endangers everyone here. This is meant to set a chilling factor, and it is scaring some people.
If you ever wondered what it was like to be living in, any one of these historical nations before the emergence of the authoritarian regimes, be it North Korea or Weimar Germany or Russia or China or whatever, you're living in it. This is how it starts. And man, I really got to wonder. I wonder if the COVID lockdowns were kind of a dry run. Will people submit to unconstitutional lockdowns and the destruction of their lives? And they found the answer was yes, overwhelmingly.
It was nuts how the Roman Republic just turned into an empire. You go from a republic to an empire. That seems really extreme. I was just reading about the British monarchy and the king, it's a hot topic right now. And like, he can take control. He can disband parliament. I mean, they say he won't because Elizabeth never did, but he can. And all he's got to do is claim emergency. But like, what's an emergency? A flood? An earthquake? Someone saying the wrong thing on social media?
Spilling your tea.
Yeah,
That's
the way they've used the word
sure.
emergency these days, like how many emergency acts has Biden going right now? We have like 45 states of emergency or some. We were looking up some number, some over like 25 current.
Yeah. Tons of emergencies, mostly foreign policy, I think.
Yeah, and some of it's like about Iraq. You're like, what the hell? We've been out of Iraq. Like, Iraq's
what
not an
emergency are we as
anymore.
American citizens facing because of what's happening in that country?
And so if the king were to seize power and become the sole monarch of England, of Britain all of a sudden, and then they try and emulate that over here with like Yeah, I know.
They're doing
That's disturbing. It doesn't. But I mean, it's not. It's totally possible. It's feasible. That's the problem.
California is still in a state of emergency to this day. It still has that because they do not want to relinquish the power. The second that they were able to implement this power grab, and we've seen it time and time again. Anytime these, the Bushes did it with the Patriot Act. Anytime this power is given to the government, they never let go of it. And the thing that's been the difference is that the right is not as good at enforcing their power. The left are masters at it. They have figured out ways to be able to use the government in ways that they've accused Trump of doing when Trump was in office.
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. But if you want to check out the full show live, tune in Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. And if you want more special access content, head over to timcast.com and become a member. Your membership helps sustain this company, keep our journalists employed, makes this show happen, and you will get access to exclusive members-only segments of the Timcast IRL podcast, and there's a massive library to check out. So again, go to timcast.com or tune in Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., and we'll see you all there.